everybody, and welcome to the Marina Show. I'm your host, Marina. How are you guys? I hope you're well. I miss you guys all so much. Hope you miss me. I know you don't. You're like, oh my gosh, the Marina Show. Change the channel. But I'm back. Okay, so the topic for the show today is self-esteem and women's worth. Do you have worth for yourself as a woman? Do you see yourself to be something that is precious, something that is amazing, something that is made to be loved, something that God has put his whole heart into, okay? When God made Eve, she was the last thing that he made. He made her as the crown of all of creation, okay? She is what crowned every beautiful thing that God made. So he made the stars of the sky, he made the moon, he made the earth, he made the waters, he made the gardens, he made the animals, and then he made man. And man needed a companion, so he made Eve. Eve has the heart of God. So when I talk about Eve, you need to think of yourself. As a woman, you possess a godly trait, okay? So what we want to talk about today is, you might not know this about me. We're both learning about each other. I'm not really learning about you, but you get what I'm saying. I love to write poetry. I'm not very good at it, but I love to write poems about things that I think relate to women, relate to me. And sometimes I want to talk to girls and I want to say to them, what are you doing with your life? Why are you treating yourself this way? Why are you going to these places? Why are you talking to this guy? You know he's not treating you well. You know you deserve better than this, right? You deserve better to dress like that. You deserve better all the time. And I'm sure that you guys have friends where you look at them and you're like, don't you know your worth? Don't you know that you can be in such a better state than this is? So I'm a very big proponent of women knowing their worth and knowing that they have God's heart and they are to be revered and loved and respected. And the only way that men are going to respect us as women is if we ourselves know our own worth. Okay? So I'm going to read you this poem called Dear Eve. It's called Ode to Eve, actually. Forgive me, I'm just going to read it off the paper. I don't have it memorized. But the point of this poem is that I'm talking to a woman named Eve. So every time you hear the word Eve, put your own name there, and that's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. And guys, if you're watching this, I'm talking to your sisters, the women that you may come to love, the women that you come to respect, your mothers, your aunts. These are the women that you need to see them in this own way, and that is so important for our community. So I'm going to start the poem. It's called Ode to Eve, okay? It goes like this. Dear Eve, I ran into you the other day and your eyes look so tired. You said it's because your days are long and your nights are sleepless. But Eve, I can see that your soul is burning beneath your beautiful skin and your heart is on fire beneath your resilient smile. Eve, you are my sister, so grant me this one desire. Let me tell you a bedtime story that will salvage your glory and bring your soul rest. It goes like this. See, first the earth was dark, and with a spark God set the sun on fire to make your days, and then he cried into the sapphire sky, each one of his tears frozen as a star. With his finger he drew every line of the horizon, in his eyes invisible blueprints of every color. He planted the Garden of Eden, made flowers to bloom just to give you perfume. But Eve, he wanted to adore you with more, wanted to set the perfect stage before he set the first page, because he chose to propose to his only rose. So he sang songs so beautiful that birds fell into the sky, held every note so they could learn to fly to his music. With his voice, he made the fish leap into the deep waters of his love. Put a seashell to your ear, Eve, my dear, you can hear the choice in his voice. Stand on the shores of his mercy and listen. You see, he created all the beasts of the earth, and then he created you, his beauty. And like Beauty and the Beast, you sold your beauty to the beast. You forgot God cried the seas for you, planted the trees for you. You forgot that God dreamed up his perfect wife and breathed you to life. God made the blueprints of your existence was in his heart. Your life is his work of art. And with his holy eyes he drew you, knew you deserved every curve. He didn't need no y equals mx plus b to make your lines, no equations for your parabola, just sang his love for you a cappella. He loved you so much that he cried the tears into your eyes. That's why you have the perfect criteria. He loved you so much that he stretched your skin over your bones like mesh over African drums. And the moment he realized you were perfect, he applauded you. That's why he claps every time your heart beats, beats, beats. Eve, you were so beautiful, you made him breathless. You took his breath away. That's why he rested on the seventh day. You see, he created all the beasts of the earth, and then he created you, his beauty. And like Beauty and the Beast, you sold your beauty to the beast. You forgot God cried the seas for you, planted the trees for you. Eve, you forgot that God placed every rose before he chose to propose to you. Eve, he made you queen because he was king, gave you all of creation as your diamond ring. Eve, he made you last because he loved you first. Eve, he made you last because he loved you first. Dear Eve, I saw you the other day walking on the street corner with your eyes to the ground, the sound of your feet dragging behind you, your heart pounding in your chest, your beauty hidden behind scars of pain. Through the window of your soul, I see that your soul is calloused by every man who has hurt you. Eve, where is your virtue? I saw you searching endlessly for love, yielding only to empty compliments of men. It's like every day I see the story unfold before my eyes. Every day your prince waits to take you on a magic carpet ride, but instead your knees are getting carpet burned, falling in and out of love like Alicia Keys, letting men come trick or treating at your heart's front door, calling you a treat and tricking you for treats. Eve, why are you retreating behind skin-tight jeans, making Adam take the first bite of the endless night of darkness? Eve, don't forget that God tore one of Adam's ribs so he could always protect your heart. God loves you so much that he thinks the rhythm of your heart is magical. That's why he claps every time your heart beats, beats, beats. You see, he created all the beasts of the earth, and then he created you, his beauty. And like Beauty and the Beast, you sold your beauty to the beast. You forgot God cried the seas for you, planted the trees for you. Eve, you forgot that you keep selling your beauty to the beast. I see you walking down the street, sleeping beauty. Wake up and realize that God placed every rose before he chose to propose to you. Eve, he made you queen because he was king, gave you all of creation as your diamond ring. Eve, he made you last because he loved you first. Dear Eve, just because you pulled the apple off the tree don't mean you don't deserve to be the highest apple on the tree, closest to the sun. Keep yourself by the Holy One. Make a man climb for you, reach for you, build a ladder to attain. You crave the taste of your soul and not the beauty of your ripened skin. Eve, you are the brightest apple with the sweetest taste. You are the pride of the human race. Like the apple that fell on Newton's head, you're stronger than gravity. Eve, your gravitational pull is divine. Stand your ground. Don't fall to the ground like the others at the bottom of the tree. Skin bruised and sun abused, though it seems like every man wants what's delicious and rotting. Eve, you are a queen, so you must wait for the man who will love you. Like Christ loves the church, puts you first, the man who will live for you and die for you. The man who knows the map of your soul because it leads him to God. Because God placed every rose before he chose to propose to you. Eve, he made you a queen because he was king, gave you all of creation as your diamond ring. So, be the woman from Proverbs, be every verb of love more precious than rubies. Eve, you are more precious than rubies. Your womanhood is to be exalted, for your tears are salted with the love of your Creator. Wake up every morning, and before you open your eyes, Reach for your crown. Paint your soul the color of royal purple. Lift your neck with respect, look only to the sky. And next time the serpent comes knocking, knock him out of the waters without speaking. Remind him of your beauty. Next time he hisses at you or throws kisses at you, Eve, walk away and remember that God is applauding you. That's why he claps every time your heart beats, beats, beats. Eve, you are a queen. Thank you for joining the Marina Show. See you next time.